Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Live with Hassan Akhtar. Dear students, our today's lesson related to class 10th, unit number 3. Our topic is ratio and proportions. First, we will make the definitions. What is the definition of ratio? Definition says a relation between two quantities of the same kind measured in same units is called ratio. Here, one very interesting example we can have: if two friends named Mr. Inam and Mr. Ikram, they are going to have a short kind of competition of eating apples. So who can eat more number of apples? This is the topic ratio. That, for example, Mr. Inam can take in a limited time of maybe 1 minute or less 5 apples, whereas Mr. Ikram can eat only 3 apples. Then the ratio between eating apples of both will be 5:3. Hope you understand this interesting example. Moving ahead, if A and B are two quantities of the same kind and B is not equal to 0, then the ratio of A and B is written as A ratio B, or in the fraction form A over B. Another example, if a cricket team wins 4 games and loses 5, then the ratio of the games won to games lost is 4:5, or 4/5. Observe that the first item was 4 wins, it comes first, and the second was 5 losses, it comes second. This is called the order of the ratio. It must be maintained. Note: number 1 says order of the element in a ratio is important. You cannot change first into second or second into first. Then in the next, in the ratio A ratio B, the first term is called antecedent, whereas the second term is called consequent. Dear student, this is the objective may come in your exams, that the first one is called antecedent and the second one is called consequent. You need to remember. The next important point is our ratio has no unit. Clear? Now we move to the next, that is proportion. Definition first. Dear students, a proportion is a statement which is expressed as an equivalence of two ratios. In other words, we can say that an equality of two ratios is called a proportion. Next, we say that if two ratios A ratio B and C ratio D are equal, then we can write A ratio B is equal to C ratio D. You can observe that the 4 quantities are involved: A, B, C and D, where the quantities A and D are called extremes while B and C are called means. Symbolically, the proportion of A, B, C and D is written as A ratio B proportion C ratio D, or we may use A ratio B is equal to C ratio D, or in the fraction form A over B is equal to C over D. Now making cross multiplication, D with A and B with C, we can have AD is equal to BC, which shows clearly that product of extremes is equal to product of means, and this is also called principle of proportion. Hope you are understanding the basics of definitions. We now move towards exercise 1.3, question number 2. It says in a class of 60 students, 25 students are girls and remaining are boys. Compute the ratio of part number 1 boys to total students, part number 2 boys to girls. Starting our first solution, finding the ratio boys to total students. We have number of boys 35. We are having total students as 60. So dividing both terms by 5, 5 into 7 35, 5 into 12 60, we obtain boys ratio total students as 7:12. Hope it is easy to understand. Just keep in mind, students, that we don't put a cross while making simplification in topic ratio. Part number 2, we are to find out the ratio of boys ratio girls. As we have 35 boys and 25 girls, so we have 35 ratio 25. Again, by dividing by number 5, both the terms we get 7:5. So we have boy ratio girls as 7:5 as our answer. Selecting the next question, number 3, it says if 3 into 4x minus 5y is equal to 2x minus 7y, find the ratio x ratio y. Starting our solution and keeping the first step same that of question, we are given 3 into 4x minus 5y is equal to 2x minus 7y. On the left hand side, opening the brackets, we have 12x minus 15y is equal to 2x minus 7y. Rearranging the terms, both the terms involving x on the left hand side and both involving y on the right hand side, we have 12x minus 2x is equal to minus 7y plus 15y. Simplification gives us 10x is equal to 8y. Very clear that both 10 and 8 are even numbers, so on dividing by 2 both the sides, we have in the next step 5x is equal to 4y. Now rearranging the variables and the numbers, very clearly x over y will become equal to 4 over 5. We have shifted y on the other side of the equality. It goes at the place of denominator. Likewise, this number 5 we have shifted on the other side of the equality. It also goes on the place of denominator. So we have our answer of x ratio y as 4:5. Hope you all understand. Our next question in today's topic is question number 5 from the exercise 3.1. Question is, if the ratio 3x plus 1 ratio 6 plus 4x and 2 ratio 5 are equal, find the value of x. Starting our solution, we are given 3x plus 1 ratio 6 plus 4x and 2 ratio 5 are equal, that is 3x plus 1 ratio 6 plus 4x is equal to 2:5. Writing in the frame of fraction, we can write 3x plus 1 whole over 6 plus 4x is equal to 2/5. Now applying cross multiplication method, we have 5 multiplied by 3x plus 1, whereas is equal to 2 into 6 plus 4x. Multiplying and opening the brackets, we have on the left hand side 15x plus 5 is equal to 12 plus 8x. Arranging the variable x on the left hand side and the constant number on the right hand side, we have 15x minus 8x is equal to 12 minus 5, that is we got 7x is equal to 7. Dividing both sides by 7, we have x is equal to 1 as our answer. That makes our today's topic complete. Hope you all understand. You can provide your feedback. Thank you.